Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're doing SKOLL and HATI with MEGUMIN. I should probably do Rat at some point. I will be doing Rat at some point. Probably not tomorrow, probably not Thursday, but so at some point this week we will do Rat with MEGUMIN. I just realised that I've not done Rat with MEGUMIN yet, so we will do Rat with MEGUMIN at some point. So, this team we're going to be running, so we have MEGUMIN with attack crit, we have attack crit lance, we have HP defense charge just because she can do immense amount of damage with HP defense, and she's got rock ceiling to make up for some of the attacks she's missing. And then of course we've got HP defense, darkness with her Atamio. And the reason why darkness is here is solely because if we do get damaged, I want to see how good she is as a tank. Of course, sadly, the dog on the left does give you infect sometimes. It does have an infect debuff skill, but maybe with defense related stats, with insane damage reduction, with crazy basic stat boosts, maybe we might be able to patience it. And of course for the card set we are running the if everyone's the same race, we get 15% attack related stats because everyone here is human, and we'll make the most out of it. Anyway, let's get on with it. Here we go, on to floor 1. The whole demonic beast should be very easy, solely because dogs are not too bad. They're quite easy now. They're not nowhere near as hard as they used to be. You don't have to run, a healer anymore, or even a tank sometimes. If you're running the right team, you can just basically blitz everything, which is really cool. And I definitely also want to try Aqua on this as well with a decent Goddess team, just to sort of see what the damage is like there, and also how good the Goddess team, because I don't really use the Goddess team for dogs much. I want to see if it's a decent team for it. Also, we've got basic stat boost here, so we'll make the most out of that. We will mark up with Char, and then we will... I want to keep this AoE, or her ultimate. Because her ultimate, when you pop it, of course, makes her slightly crippled. Of course, you have to use Drain Touch and get the ultimate again, but I genuinely don't think it's that bad. Even keeping it, because of course you get attack related stat boost, which is sort of sometimes worth it, and you can save it for key points where you would want to use an ultimate, maybe at the end or close to the end where you can just recycle skills. Taking no damage. Yep, Charles getting stacks for passive as well. Okay, so when it comes to basic stats, it is possible for darkness to give us 30%. Realistically, we're not going to get 30%. You got 41% from Char, because my Char is 6/6, and 20% from MEGUMIN herself. So you're looking at a 61% basic stat boost and possibly an additional 30%, so about 91% at max. Let's check everyone's stats turn 1. Look at that defense, 70,000, with some actually really good defense-related stats as well, means we're probably not going to be crit. We go to Lance. Yeah, Lance has got a crazy amount of pierce rate, standard Lance stuff, got good resistance, good crit defense. Everyone's bulking, and now, yeah, 110,000 defense is kind of crazy, and also a lot of health, significantly higher than everybody else is on my team, which is actually really cool, and I do like the fact how bulky Darkness is. It definitely sticks to her character, which is what we want to see. I'm going to try and kill with Lance, and I'll just merge. Darkness is not really going to be that useful in terms of taunt, really, at least for the first floor. Damage. Very good, thank you, Lance. You're only 1/6, but you do a hell of a job. I would have preferred to put extra MEGUMIN skill, preferably. I might just have to sort of... I want to do this. There we go. Pop decoy. Okay, Lance is still taking damage. She's not taking anything, as I'm not surprised. This does have stance removal though, which is also another slight problem, is it does have stance removal. Okay, so it is 15% defense related stat lower, so we will just get rid of that real quick. I will get 2 hits off, 2 quite bulky hits off, and then we'll AoE with Lance. So the reason why Lance is so good on dogs, even at 1/6, is because there's 2 dogs, and the dog on the right has not only no damage cap, but basically no defense-related stats, which you'll see here as it gets absolutely eviscerated, and you'll see that most of the damage is going to come from the right dog. There you go, and then it dies. That's 1/6. That's not too bad. And of course we've got MEGUMIN's ultimate. We've got Darkness's buff up at the moment as well, so the team is quite bulky. We've got debuff immunity, we also got the explosion buff now. How's Darkness looking? Yep, 1.1 million health, we can boost that a bit, and then we'll hit it with an ultimate. If it somehow survives, we'll chuck basically every other AoE skill in my hand out. It's just going to get vaporized by the ultimate. There we go. Not bad. 6.4 mil for 2.6 is actually not bad. And now on to floor 2, where I sort of expect the same trend to continue. I also probably should have mentioned, I'm not running any food. When I do my showcases, I prefer not to run food. I may run food on against rat, solely because rat can much miss life pain. I might run like crit defense or crit resistance, really crit resistance, or even attack food, depending on how I feel the team plays out. But yeah, on to floor 2, which it's going to be the same thing. It's not a hard boss. We'll hit it with sort of a bunch of random single targets just to sort of get a rough gauge of damage. I wonder if does Char get a stack with that? No, she doesn't. Okay, I thought maybe Char would get a stack for that. Oh, she does. Judge got a stack from that skill with darkness. That means it's actually a single target. Yeah, it is, because look, now we have a stack and 1, which we wouldn't have had. We've got ignites, which not really too scary, to be honest. We've also got damage reduction with darkness because we played a skill with her, because all her skills give her damage reduction, which is crazy. Only Lance taking damage is kind of crazy there. I think maybe Char would take damage if she wasn't, of course, evading AoE skills at the moment. Yeah, 50% damage reduction is crazy. We'll merge that for hand space. We will... I want to keep probably as many AoEs as we can. Apart from, we'll keep Lance as one, because that might be really good to get rid of the next phase. Because I'm pretty sure we may just be able to nuke it immediately, which would be pretty handy to deal with. Can also get Megumin's ult as well, which is nice. So we'll do this, we'll do that. I'm going to play the AoE. No, I'm not. I'm going to keep the AoE. She's level 2 disabled. That is the reason why she's got that debuff. And then we'll just AoE. Maybe I probably should have got Megumin's ult when I think about it. I'm hoping this can kill. So this should do a damage cap. There you go. And I'm hoping Lance... He hasn't got many supporters here, but... Look at that damage. That's really good damage. It also stunts removal too. I think it's only 3 stunts removal, which still isn't too bad. I like how she also absorbs the damage even though she can't heal them, which is really nice. We'll cleanse up here. We'll actually get her ultimate as well. We'll chuck that out, and then we'll also then chuck the Char single target out, which will then give us Char's ultimate for next turn. Make your darkness, using for the basic stat boost because it lasts for 3 turns, which is really nice. There we go. Even though it is only 10%, 10% after a while can stack up. I do wish it was with every skill, sort of make it so even if you don't have to, even if you don't want to use a single target, you still get the buff. But it's fine the way it is, to be honest. For safety, I don't think I'm going to be able to nuke it immediately. So because we didn't get the, it didn't go a full turn with the buff, so we didn't actually get the attack related stat boost. So we'll just pop this, and we'll get 2 hits in, so they don't have much ult gauge either, which means the AoE may not do really that much damage. It does damage based on the enemy's ult gauge, or crit damage wise. Honestly, not bad. There you go, now we can just kill it with Megumin next turn. And we also get the boost next turn. Darkness got frozen. Okay, of course she got frozen. She's still really bulky though, and we still get the healing from it as well. Doesn't matter, she has a stance up, and she's just patiencing it, which is crazy. She needs to take damage. If not, we're not going to heal. And then we'll just pop this. I am going to just probably... I'll try and kill Lance, because Lance does need to heal, and we have no other way to heal other than either darkness or killing a phase. So we'll try and just kill the final one here. It should do enough damage. Or not. Thank you, Lance. There we go, and then we should get some lifesteal from that, which would be kind of handy. Only 32k, which isn't much, but I'm hoping we should just be able to steamroll the next phase a little bit better, which is fine. And now on to floor 3. Here we are, now on to floor 3 of dogs. Surprised I haven't made floor 4 yet, but once again, it doesn't stop them from releasing that next update. Because there is a chance that they release it then, because we haven't had new content in a very long time. I'm not counting Hall of Warriors as new content, because it's not really new content. It doesn't add anything to the gameplay loop. There's no... characters don't really benefit from it much, if not at all. Play these skills once again. Get the basic stat boost up. Get some Char basic stats in. Yeah, if Lance had a little bit of lifesteal, it might be pretty good, so I'm probably going to try and kill with Lance. If we're able to get a really powerful AoE off, Of course, we will get the lifesteal for it, which is sort of what I want. There we go. Lots of darkness skills, perfect. Infinite taunts. The patience. I don't think it's ever going to be able to kill her, or even damage her at this point. Yeah, because Darkness not taking any damage, we're not healing. Of course, that is a problem with the fact that she's so bulky. So I'm probably not going to have a taunt up for her. Instead, I'll just get more basic stats to my team. I'll go for a bonk. We'll do this, and then I'll merge to get Megumin's ult. They should kill, because Megumin's actually doing a lot of damage now. And we're also at max ult gauge for her, so we've got an additional 20% basic stat boost. Lifesteal? 60k. Okay, it's not bad. We are slowly healing back up with Lance. He's gonna get frozen. Megumin got frozen. That is completely fine because I don't want to use her ult anyway. We'll start on top with Darkness here because this is one of the ones that can get a little ropey. We'll do this. We'll merge and then we will AOE because that's all we can really do for damage this turn because we've got a lot of Darkness skills. Sadly, good damage. We do have, I believe, max basic stat boost from my team at the moment. Of course, apart from. Yeah, okay, Darkness got frozen. Of course she got frozen. What else would... She would not get... No one else would get frozen but her. That's Infect as well, which is a slight pain. But that's level 2 Infect, which is also a slight pain. But as you can see, even with these debuffs, we're still not really taking much damage. Which of course is because, well, this team is generally quite bulky. Lance has given us 60% defense-related stats. We're getting 61% basic stats from Megumin and Char combined, which is really handy. I think Darkness also still has her... So we still have 10% basic stat boost, which is kind of handy. I don't need all these Darkness skills. I'm not gonna lie. It's the problem, I guess, with Darkness is when you get a lot of her skills, she can just clog up your hand completely. What I will do though instead is we will get Lance's ult. He does have Dissolve, but the Dissolve will get removed because it's attached to the left dog. And if we kill the left dog, debuff is removed and we get healed. We don't get healed because it's Infect, and I forgot it's 2-turn Infect, not 1-turn Infect. Okay. I can cleanse, debuff immunity time. Everyone's free. Oh yes, that's horrendous. Look at these debuffs. Stance removal, stance disable on my stance character and freeze on my DPS. I will just straight up chuck these at them. I'm not really too afraid. So no, now we're not going to debuff immunity, which is handy. Also stance up as well. It also means the right dog's completely useless. So on this phase, the right dog will just spam you with ignites, and it will do lots of damage because it spams you with ignites. We're going to lose a stance here. We do. That's unfortunate, but that's fine. We also got the damage increase taken as well, which is not the best, but it is what it is. Heal a little bit back, and we're all good there. And now we can... I think I can just do this, and that should kill. Megumin's attack is only 100,000, which isn't too crazy. How's everyone else looking? 51k, 63k, 29k, but she has 107,000 defense and nearly 1 million health, so I'll cut some slack. We'll do that to sort of increase their damage a little bit more, and whoever survives just gets punched. There we go. It does count as a single target as well, which is pretty useful to know for Char. That does also count as a single target, if it doesn't state. And then death. There you go. Not bad hit damage cap, as you would expect. Actually not a bad team. You could probably quite easily switch out like Darkness for like Mazino, who also has a shield that would keep your team safe, but also is a crazy good DPS. But if you just want, like, let's just say maybe you don't have, you know, really broken characters and you want a really good tank, Darkness is really good. It's just you may sometimes have to sacrifice not having a taunt up with healing, because of course, if she has a taunt up, she doesn't take damage sometimes because she's just too bulky. Or if you play a single target, she gets damage reduction, she's too bulky, she doesn't take damage, you don't get the healing. Which is the reason why I'm actually quite looking forward to using Darkness on Legend Difficulty Hero Arena, where I know she will take damage, so we should receive some healing. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.